Thank you for hanging out with me today. This is Cage848, and welcome back to StarRupture. And the comments section last episode was absolutely on fire. You guys were cooking with tips, and I have wrote a couple down, and we're going to go over them right now. Thank you very much for the tips, by the way. They really helped me and also other people playing this game. So I was asking last episode about healing. There are these star tier plants, and if you pick them, you'll get this little, I guess, fruit, and it'll heal you for 30 hit points. The problem is it does give you toxicity, but you can take care of the toxicity by the per plant, and these per plants are everywhere. So that is a really good way to heal. As a matter of fact, I'm going to use that right now, and then I'm going to use this. So now we're at 100 hit points again. Thank you for that tip. That was phenomenal. Also, at the bottom of these buildings, so there's these little things down here at the bottom of the buildings. I thought these were like speed. I figured you could like put it to high speed and it would cause more heat in your base, but you could get a little bit more production out of it. That's not really the case. This is for priority list. So I don't have to worry about priorities right now, so I don't have to use those. Now for the big tip, these rail lines. There's two ways I can deal with these long rail lines coming from far off outposts. What I could do is, I could put more storage depots at the end, and that will pull more at a time. Because right now they're only pulling 100, and it takes a while for the 100 to get here, and that's causing issues. Now, the other thing I could do is I could put storage depots along the line every so often. You know what? I think I'm going to do both. That would be really, really fun. Another tip I got, which is right here. These things right here, the rail connectors. I was talking about how they don't line up properly. If something's like, you know, an even number, this is an odd number, 1 is an odd number, 2 is an even number, it doesn't work. If you right click, it goes to an even number. So then you can use that to line things up a little bit better, which is great. Now, are storage depots useless? Now, if you have a storage depot at the end of a line, especially at the end of a long line, they're definitely not useless. You want them to fill up, you want them to pull things down the line, and that I don't think these are useless. As a matter of fact, I think they're kind of needed. But after that, are these two useless? Are all three of these useless? I mean, I think they might be, because what's the point of having like the extra in here, right? These things right here will do the same exact thing, and you know, these aren't really needed. Now, do these hurt your production? Not really. I mean, but you're kind of using resources to make stuff you don't need. Like right now I needed glass, right? But I don't need the glass anymore. The glass has all been used and I'm over glass. I don't need any more glass. So this stack of glass, I mean, it's not really a big deal because the nodes we're pulling from are infinite, but it's still wasted resources. I'm going to end up throwing it away. So I don't know. These might be useless. They very well might be, and I will keep that in mind when I am building. All right, let's go to the helium extracting area. And what we're going to do is how many spots do you think I should put a depot in? Every other spot? Is that too much? Also, what will taking this away do exactly? How far will it go? Okay, yeah, it'll only go to the next connector. Every other. You know what? I think every other works for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a depot here. And there we go. And then, oh, I can't put depots outside of my, oh, okay, guys, so that's not going to work. I can't build depots outside of my storage area. All right, you know what? So that is fine. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a couple of these right next to each other. And this should theoretically work. And I don't really know of any reason not to build quite a few of them. Let's just build a bunch of them. The heck with it. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go with 8. Because why not? Yeah, you can't build them all along the way. I mean, I guess theoretically I could make bases all along the way to make it so I can put depots wherever I want. Now, would it be better to put depots in the front? I don't think so. I think this will be fine. And this should really bring through quite a bit of material. Will they work right next to each other? Yeah, they will. Come on. Come on. There you go. It might be a little bit more efficient if I went... I don't know. I think this is pretty good. This is basically gonna make 800. I'm gonna have room for 800 helium right here by my base, and I can even make more of these at my base if I want. I can make more here. I don't think it's. I'm wondering if it's more efficient to go make them down by the helium base. Maybe I will at some point. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't want to run all the way over there, so I'm not going to. This should be more than adequate. All right, so you, my friend, will wait. There's nothing on the line. What am I missing? Is it because this one doesn't have anything in it? Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. It's working. It's working! I guess. See, now this one shouldn't be on the line. Yeah, you have to put the one in front of it on the line to make it available. Okay, that actually makes total sense. So now this should be pulling it 800 at a time. Which, honestly, I think these rails can only hold 120, if I remember correctly. But it doesn't matter, because it'll pull in 120, then another 120, another 120. It should be... Yeah, I don't know if it's going to matter putting in more of these if the rails can only hold 120. Are those pulling in anything? I don't know. Let's give those a little time. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to set up for ceramics, because the next thing we need to do is ceramics. Now, I was wondering if I wanted to expand this base, like really expand it, and have one of every item being made, but I don't need that right now. I don't know if I'll need it later, but I know I don't need it now, so I guess I will not be doing that. I am going to need one of these. Maybe I should make multiple fabricators. Yeah, we could probably fit 2 yeah. Actually, I don't know. No, we can't. Can't fit 2 fabricators in here unless I put one in front of the other. I'd have to destroy this, which I really don't want to do. So I think what I'm going to do is let's put a fabricator here. And one right here. Okay. It should work. I don't know if I need to. Probably not. But I'm going to have to make ceramic salicite sheets. I am here at the calcium outpost, and I think we're just going to produce everything we need here. It just makes sense, right? Why use extra power to produce stuff up there when we've got a lot of power here not being used? Should work out pretty nicely. And what we have here is that will be feeding into there. We're going to make the blocks. The blocks will make the sheets. And this will accept sheets. Well, it's not on the network yet. Whatever. Let's just get it. Let's just get it started. Go. And now you should accept sheets. Cool.
I am detecting increased Raptura activity.
Oh boy.
Prepare yourselves for a wave.
Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, you go right there. And there we go. That should bring everything up here. Now, I did set up 8 of the storage depots up here, but I do have to set them up to accept the sheets. I thought the storage depots would pull things on their own. I thought the storage depot would say, hey, I need 100 of this. If the storage depot doesn't have anywhere to send it, then, you know, so be it. But the storage depot I thought would act as a pull, but it doesn't seem to be pulling stuff, at least not for the helium. Maybe there's something I'm missing, very well could be. Let's go ahead and do the sheets. And the sheets. And the sheets. 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 I wonder what happens if I get caught out in the storm. You know what? I don't think I want to know. Let's get out of here. I'm really pushing it there. The timer should be starting any second now. Oh, maybe not. Actually, oh, it is. Okay, never mind. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't waiting long enough. The helium is here, and it's here in abundance. Okay, so the depots do count as their own, you know, pull mechanic. Okay, I wasn't sure, man. It was just wasn't pulling it. Go. Look at that. Look at that view. Wave warding. Come on, where's the counter? Here's the countdown timer. Is it not going to give me one? Maybe because I'm inside? And that's that sun. Oh, there we go. 12, 11. Come on, count with me, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and sun go
Ruptura's
boom.
eruption has started. StarRupture has started. Hide.
Look at that. Oh, so good. Thank you for telling me about the windows, by the way, guys. Someone was mentioning you could build more windows across.
Warning. The planet is being incinerated.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Awesome. Just awesome. I don't know if I'm ever going to get tired of that. Oh, did I show you guys this? I'm not sure if I did. If I did, I apologize. I've been recording and editing and deleting stuff, so I might have shown you this already. But just in case I didn't, people in the comment section told me that these movement things that unlock, they unlock slots for the, I don't even know what you would call this, LEM perks, whatever you want to call it. And you put it in there, and then that gives you the, I don't know why it's not going in there. There we go. And then that gives you the bonus. So that was awesome. Thank you for pointing that out, by the way. So while we're waiting for everything to cool down, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these calcite sheets, and we are going to research ceramics. I don't know why these aren't cooling down. These are within this base structure right here. So you figured they would have cooled down pretty quickly like everything else, but I don't know. Apparently not. And yeah, you can see right there the helium is coming through. There's some issues with the helium we're going to look at, but I need stuff to cool down first. There we go. Insert, insert, insert. Now we can set up some ceramics, and we'll set these up right here. Like I said, I could have moved these furnaces, but I kind of don't want to right now, because I'm thinking I might need them for my next, build. So, ceramics. Wait, aren't ceramics in the fabricator? I thought they were. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're in here. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So I didn't even need the fabricators. I think the idea is I wanted the fabricators because I thought I was going to make the sheets up here. Once I decided I was going to make the sheets on site at the, the bone zone, I didn't really need them here, so that's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up right here with ceramics. And yeah, that's going to be freaking easy. That is going to be easy peasy. Do I want to take this? Yeah, we definitely got to take this apart. And then, where does that go? Yep, that goes here. We don't need this one. Not that it matters. I don't even know if I have to take those apart, but I'm going to anyway. Just because I want to. Take that out and take this out. Honestly, we should already have. Yeah, if I didn't take this one apart, we would already have this all set up halfway. Now all we need is the ceramic stuff, which is over here, or it's gonna be over here. You will grab. Sorry, that's ceramic stuff. The calcite sheets. That's what we're gonna be getting with that. These are gonna block the whole setup, so we got to take these off here. Here we go. And if those are cooled down, we should be... I don't think they're cooled down yet. Damn, what's taking so long? Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well, it is what it is. So these are going to be right here. So we need to get these to over there. Yeah, this has got to come out. You know what? I'll take this out too. Make it a little cleaner. All right, so you, my friend, will start right here and go to over here. Ah, that other one's in the way. That's okay. Yeah, right like that. And then like that. Come on. Thank you. Okay, so the helium is good. No, the helium's not good. Not yet. It will be shortly, though. We'll just put that one right there. And I'm going to put that in the middle. Even though I don't need it in the middle, I kind of want it in the middle. Okay, so the helium is perfect. And we just need to get some calcite sheets over to this one. Which might be a little tricky. What do I can't put that low? It's interesting. We'll put it high then. If you can't go low, then go high. Alright, it's a little bit spaghetti. Do I care? Yeah, I kind of care. that out. Okay. So we need to get from there to over here. It's going to look a little bit spaghetti no matter what I do. Yeah, that's going to be in the way. That's no good. Man, I'm thirsty. This is thirsty work. I wish there was a little bit, like, faster way to drink and eat.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
Okay, so as you can see right here, the calcite sheets, or whatever, however you pronounce it, are coming through. Which, you know, doesn't look like they're pulling them as constantly as I would like. No, there's another hole. Yeah, I think this is going to work. I think this is going to work. It just takes some time. It just takes time, that's all. What we need to do is go look at the helium storage depots and see if they're filling up. Because if they're filling up, then what we're doing is work. Yep, they are. Oh, that's okay. All right. So this is working out pretty nicely. And that means we'll have like 800 stored up pretty close to base, which means they won't have to go halfway across the map. All right, cool. Very cool. And I didn't have to go halfway across the map to put them. I was going to put them like every other line, like every other, you know, support line that touched the ground. I was going to put one of those depots, but I'm very glad I didn't have to. Also, I redid this, made it look a little bit better. So if you look right here, we've got the sheets right here going to over there and then right through here. And then we have the helium going underneath. Whoops. Going underneath. And then going through here, it looks a lot less spaghetti. A lot less spaghetti. Okay, I think we're ready to rock and roll with this. Right? What am I missing? Are these off? These are off, aren't they? Yeah. On. And on. There we go. Look at them go. All right, so now we're going to take these apart because there's no reason to have these, like someone was pointing it out in the comment section. If there's a reason to have these, let me know, but I think the person was right. I just think they're taking up extra, you know, storage, even if it's at the end. All right, so we could do this and like that. And then we could bring this one over here. We could put these right in the middle now. That's the middle right there. Nope. That's the middle right there. So that means if that's the middle, we move this one over 2 spots. Put that right there. Move this over 2 spots. That right there. Okay. So these are offset from these. So there's no way to line them up perfectly unless I rebuild everything. And I'm going to be honest, I don't really want to. So I'm not going to. All right. So you... Actually, let's do it from this way first. You can go to there. And you can go to there. And then you, my friend, go to there. You go to there. You go to there. Oh, by the way, the playtest got extended. I forgot to mention that. I had a lot to talk about this episode. Forgot about that. Playtest got extended. Go. And let's go ahead and fill in the floor unnecessarily, but it makes me happy. Then we'll take you and we'll put you... Oh. Yeah, kind of messed up. Well, I could probably do it like this if I really wanted to. No, I don't think that's going to work. Maybe over here. Huh. Oh, I see why. Okay. Never mind, this isn't going to work. I mean, it'll work, but I just have to mess around with it a little bit. You need to go out from there, which makes it less symmetrical, but what are you going to do? Come on. There. Okay, if I've set everything up correctly, this should pull through and get me my last tier 3, by the way. I'll be all on tier 4 at this point. Go. Okay.
Great.
Very nice. Okay. Did I do that all correctly? I think I did. Yep, there we go. Let's take a look from the sky. Yep. Yep. I think on my next build, I will probably rebuild this entire thing because I don't like the way stuff's not lined up. What I want to do is I want to move all these over, and I should be able to put one in the middle and then all of them on the other side, and we'll just go from there. Because you can see it's just not lined up properly, but it's going to get the job done, and that's what's important. All right, let's go through and see how everything's going. All right, so right here we have 25, 12. It's because I put that one on first. I should have turned them all on and kept them separate from the like. Maybe, is there one thing I could have turned on this to get this all started? Kind of. I should have kept these off, set them all up, and then turn that one on, and then it would have been a lot more even. But that's okay. Live and learn, man. You know, I'm learning. Yeah, still got plenty of stuff in there though. And this is almost filled up. And this is almost filled. Oh my goodness! Wow, this is. Forget it. This is done. We're good. We are good to go. This should be going pretty fast. Yeah, 13%. What are we gonna be looking at next? Does it matter which one I do next? What do I want more? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing this one if I can. What do I need for it? Heat resistant sheets. I do have those. Somewhere. There we go.
Gotcha.
And that's gotta be in the fabricator? No? Furnace? Smelter? Furnace? Yep. Alright, we need 30 titanium sheets, and I already have a bunch of science. Go ahead and unlock that now. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so that's the furnace again. So the furnace is going to be the thing. What do we need here? Oh, wow, that's easy. Dude. That's easy AF. Am I going to rebuild this today? I might rebuild it. I'm going to rebuild it today. Yeah, let's wait for this to finish up. And then I'm going to rebuild this. Now, how much am I going to rebuild on this? That's the question. I think I'm going to leave these two right here. Wait, what do I need for this one again? Hold on. That might change. Let's see what we need. Yeah, we're going to need 3 items. 3 produced items. So, that means we're probably going to have to rebuild this spot here. Do we need this for anything? No, this is just an extra furnace. Let me take this apart for now. So I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, we're going to rebuild this whole thing. I'm going to take apart everything. Actually, I may take apart everything from here forward. And we're going to line things up. Some of these stone are going to get in the way, which is going to be annoying. Let's go ahead and build over here. It'll give us something to do while we wait. Oops. Oh, I could build it to Jordan. I forgot about that. Here. Kind of like building with the drone. Not gonna lie, man. It's pretty cool. Here we go, and then over here. Nope, that's too low. Raise it up. Nope, still too low. All right, hold on. We gotta go over there. Yeah, building with the drone is pretty cool. I didn't even think about it. We can't go too much farther over here though, because I don't want to cover up the water, because that's my water source. So it should be okay. We shouldn't have to. Go. And that's looking pretty good. Yeah, that should be plenty wide enough. Let's come over here. I'm just gonna put freaking flooring down everywhere while I wait. I got nothing else to do. I might as well. Although we can't really build too much more over here unless we move this line, but we could. We could move that line if we wanted to. Okay, raise this. And then right here. Okay. That is pretty good. Let's see how far along we are on this this research setup. Oh, look at that. Halfway there already. We'll be there in no time. And that took like no time at all. Let's see what we got as a reward. We got the equipment upgrade station and war bonds. Now, I kind of want to play with these, but I'm going to be honest. I want to get my next set of research going first. And we are going to be going for clever robotics, and we're going to need heat-resistant sheets. All right. So what I did was I tore down everything over here, and I have 2 furnaces set up for heat-resistant sheets, like so. And they are going out into this setup, which is fine. And then let's go ahead and do this into here, and this into there. And this should be pretty dope. I like this. I like this configuration. I like this setup. I've been learning every time I build something new. I'm learning something new, and I'm, you know, incorporating it into the system, which is awesome. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Is it lined up? It is. It's just, it's a little, yeah, it's good. It's good. Actually, pretty symmetrical. Pretty symmetrical. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so what are we going to need here for these? We're going to need plates and plates. Should we do the plates first? Or should we have the ceramic? We don't have calcium powder set up. So what we need to do now is we need to come down here, set up for calcium powder. We need to destroy all of the sheets we have saved up. You know, I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, you want to have them saved up so when they come in, you know, it's, oh boy. Hold on. There we go. So you have them when you want them, but then when you don't need them anymore, whatever. Like, I don't got to worry about that. And there we go. All right. Nope. You know what? How about we do this? Calcium sheets. Actually, we can't do that just yet. All right, let's not worry about that. Let's just come down here. And you know what? Let's turn this one off. And just ask for something we don't have. That way it'll stop the system. We got to come down here and set up for, I think it was calcium powder. That's right. Calcium powder. Should not be a problem. It's a nice setup, but then you got to empty out everything when you're, like, doing the next thing. But whatever. I'm sure there's a more sophisticated way. Maybe they'll give us like a thing where if like we want, we could send it into like a furnace, like a real furnace, like something that will just destroy everything. All right. You know what? I think that's still supposed to be blocks. And then, oh no, it's not this. I can never remember what makes what. I think it's a furnace. I believe it's a furnace that makes the powder, probably. Let's take a look. Here we go. And yep, calcium powder. That is an easy fix. Here we go. And then right into the middle. There you go. All right, so now we hook this up to here, and then we just have to set it up for calcium powder along the system. Like so. And then we gotta, yep, that's all out. We gotta make sure there's nothing else on this rail clogging up this system. Because if there's like one calcite sheet in the way, then it's just gonna bog down the whole thing. So let's come up here. Yeah, we got a bunch on the line up here. Which is fine, we could take those off. Yeah, I would like maybe, I don't know, some way to destroy the leftovers. That's easier, you know, than what we're doing now. Maybe there is a way to do it right now, but I don't know what it is. I can't reach that. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this up to accept these sheets. And then we'll set this up to not accept sheets. And then all the sheets will at least come in here. And then we just get these all off the line. All right, let me clean this up. So what I'm seeing here is I'm going to need 2 titanium sheets for every wolf ram plate. And it takes the same amount of time to make both. This is 2 every 2 seconds, 2 every 2 seconds. So with that being said, I'm probably going to need 2 of these making titanium for the one making the wolfram. So we'll set this one up to make wolfram and titanium and titanium. So the titanium needs to go. I guess I could do one of each, and then that one could be split. Yeah, actually, that should be pretty simple, honestly. So this will go into here. This will go into here. Then this one has to get split. All right. So, do we want to lower this? We can't. I wish we could lower that. Like, I don't know why we can't. I guess I could raise it. Yeah, let's just raise it. It should be relatively simple, I'm hoping. So you go into there, and then you get split from here, and from here. Okay. That should be pretty good for everything except for the calcium. Now the calcium may be coming in through here. I'm gonna put up a couple. By the way, the whole idea of putting these storage depots along the line, it's not really that good, because anytime you switch anything, like from the calcium line, switching from the calcite sheets to the other items, I have to go all the way down there and change every single. I guess I could run 2 sets of rails up, one for calcite sheets and one for the calcium powder, and just have on separate rails, and then I wouldn't have to do anything at that point. You know what? That's not a bad idea, but if you're going to use one rail like I'm using right now, you don't want to go along the entire way and switch out every single one of these every time you change something. So I would say, you know what? If I had it to do over again, I wouldn't have switched this. I would have ran a second rail up. I would have kept the calcite sheets the way they were, and I would have run up a separate rail for the powder. And like I said, you live and learn, man. As you build in this game and you kind of see what this game has to offer and how it works, you're going to adjust your strategies. And that's one strategy I will definitely do different later on. All right, so I'm going to put a few of these down here. Maybe.
I'm so thirsty, my head hurts.
One more. There we go. I think 3 will be good. Probably more than we need. Let's go ahead and grab something to drink. All right, looking good. Grab some food. Okay. And then let's hook this up. This should be a relatively painless setup here. We'll see. You never can tell. And like I said, this is just more buffer stuff, just to make things come up a little bit faster. And let's just set that up right now. Calcium, calcium, and calcium. Okay. So now we have to run this into both of those, which means, well, it doesn't really have to get split. We just got to get it to where we got to get it to. All right. So you know what? Why don't we do this? I kind of want it all in the front. Here, let's do this. Yeah, I didn't think so. Here, and why isn't that? Oh, I see why. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's bring it lower. I think it's easier to bring it lower. Although, I don't know if I can. Like right here, we'll go right through there. You see, why can't I bring that down? Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me bring that down. It must be the ground, I guess. Ugh. Because that's not going to work. It's not going to work. Seems like bringing it up is the only thing that works. So let's try that, I guess. There we go. All right, not quite as elegant as I would have liked it to be, but, you know, what are you going to do? Okay. All right, let's turn these off. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I see why. I was like, what am I missing? Oh, I know what I'm missing. All right. Let's bring this over here. So this has got to go into 2. So we will split this. Yeah, we could just split it right there. That's fine. So you can come over to here. You can go right there. You can go right there. And then we just need to bring the wolfram over. And... oh, wow. Wow, that's gonna work. Right? Did we do all that right? I do want to turn these off. I don't want these producing anything just yet. But that should be everything we need. There might be something I have to change. I'm not really sure. It's looking pretty good. Okay, so let's come over here. This is all set up properly, so I think we got this. And there. And there. I'm trying to do these all equally.
Great.
Yep, great indeed. We got this going on. I just wish, like I said, I wish those poles are going to the ground a little bit more, although I guess it would be in the way if they were lower. Higher is probably better, so we don't get caught when we're running around underneath. That's the one thing that always, like, was annoying about, yeah, we're looking good. That was one thing that was always annoying about, Satisfactory. Why aren't these coming in? Did I do that? Is it just because they're not pulling? Because I didn't tell them to make them yet? Probably. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Alright. Let's take a look at this thing. Yep, it just gets a little funky. Oops. It just gets a little funky right here, but it's okay. It's working. I mean, you know what? You know what I should do next time? And again, I'm learning every single time I build in this game. I'm learning something new. Put these a little bit farther away from each other. That'll help you run the lines a little bit better. You know, just spread them out a little bit. Spread these out. Maybe give a couple spots in between these. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. But yeah, this is looking good. Let's see how this is going over here. Let's see if all these are getting all the resources they are requiring to shoot things off into space. One. Is it going to get another one before that gets shot off? No. Oh, barely. Okay. Wow. It's actually good timing. Where's the bottleneck? Yep, these are the bottlenecks. It takes too long to make these. So we... ideally, I guess you want a third furnace. But I'm okay with this setup. It doesn't have to be, you know... everything else should be backed up. Well, that's not backed up either. Huh. Are these getting what they need? I didn't look. No, these are getting what they need. Yeah. This is the forge. The furnace is the bottleneck. One more furnace would have been good, but you know what? I'm okay with this. Honestly, maybe you don't even need one more, because there's one in every one of these. Actually, oh, okay, right here we're missing one. Okay, so yeah, one more furnace would have been better, but how would I have done one more furnace? It would have really made things more complicated. Like, a lot more complicated. Yeah. I think take these right here, move them back. Put two, you know, floor pieces in between each of them. And then put at least 2 in between these, maybe even 3 or 4. Spread things out more, I think would definitely have helped. And yes, we are overheating, but whatever. Whatevs, bro. Let's come up here and check this out. Yeah, this is much better. Having these storage depots here was definitely... I also took 3 of them apart. You probably only need like 3. I got 5. You know, it's fine. It is fine. Oh, they're definitely coming in at a lot better chunks. Look at this. Like, what is that, 4 at a time? That's great. That was the solution, guys. That was definitely the solution. It was a good solution. See how we're doing. Okay, 10%. Not too bad. We will be getting this next episode. If you guys ended up enjoying the video, please remember to uncage that like button. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe for more daily videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. And until then, take it easy.